Good afternoon from Bridgestone Arena. I'm Joe Hunk. As the SEC tournament is going on right now, we have some news involving Vanderbilt. If you missed it earlier today, John Rothstein is reporting that Jerry Stackhouse is out at Vanderbilt after 5 seasons. He finishes his career there with a 70-92 record. Now in the NFL, just a few seconds ago, Eric Armstead announced that he will be signing with the Buffalo Bills as the former San Francisco 49ers making his trip across the country. And that doesn't matter because it doesn't matter how many players sign. They're never going to sign as many times as Josh Johnson. Yes, the quarterback that we have talked about in the past is now signing with his 24th team, and that is the Baltimore Ravens. And just in case you're curious, that's also his 3rd stint with the Baltimore Ravens. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Britt Doherty with you live on a beautiful Thursday in the Music City. Going to rain tomorrow, so enjoy this one. We are broadcasting live in Bridgestone Arena outside section 118 and 119, and we're having a lot of fun here at the SEC tournament. Great first night, good second day so far. Dawn Davenport is here.
Hi. Let's go. Happy Thursday to you. Let me tell you, I like the energy in this building right now. It feels completely different from yesterday, obviously.
I mean, it's weird about last night is that it was – sorry, we're working on my mic and my headphones because now is the time to do that. Last night with all the general admission tickets that were put out there, it looked really good on television. And there were a lot of people that were here from all of the other schools. Obviously – you know, you had Missouri, Georgia, Vanderbilt, and Arkansas. We actually stopped the show yesterday when we saw 2 Missouri fans walk by, and we celebrated their fandom because it's been a rough year, and they were still here. And so props to those 2 people, whoever they are. But
what did you say? It can't get worse. Actually, it got worse because they lost again.
It did get worse. They lost again, yes. So here's what happened last night.
They put up a fight.
Georgia came back to take out winless Missouri. 64-59. The Bulldogs finished the game on a 12-0 run. So Missouri was up 7, didn't score again, and lost by 5. Tough break. Georgia and Florida tonight is the nightcap. That's after Ole Miss takes on Texas A&M. A&M a 5.5-point favorite tonight at 6 o'clock. Florida an 8.5-point favorite over Georgia in the nightcap at 8:30. Arkansas and South Carolina going at it right now. Back and forth they go. Arkansas trying to pull off the upset. South Carolina up 25-24 right now. 6:49 to go first half. Slay Dog will pop in and pop out. He's got SEC Network responsibilities, and you made a good point. I'm like, well, he's not on the air right now. And you're like, well, he does need to watch this game a little bit because he's going to have to talk about it. So Slay Dog will pop in and pop out when he can. We'll definitely get his take on this big headline. Jerry Stackhouse out as Vanderbilt coach. I told y'all like a month ago I'd be shocked if Stackhouse was back at Vanderbilt. Just rumblings around there. Tough situation. Definitely want to get Slay's take on that. But, Dawn, 5 seasons, 2 winning seasons, co-coach of the year last season, which made it interesting and offered debate, right?
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, but that's what gave some people reason to debate the other side of that. 70-92 his overall record, 28-60 in the SEC. No NCAA tournament bids in 5 seasons. That in and of itself will get you going.
Yeah, especially at Vanderbilt where it is expected that you have a basketball program that plays in the NCAA tournament, right? You don't have to get far, but you are expected to be there.
If you're new to the city, there is a very long and historic and proud tradition at Vanderbilt, and that's gone by the wayside. They haven't been out of the first round of the NCAA tournament since 2011 and 12.
Wow, that was Stallings, right?
Yep. They lost last night to Arkansas 90-85 in overtime. Magnon had 29, though. I love watching that kid play basketball. He hit another buzzer beater shot to put it in overtime. He is something. Battle had 24 for Arkansas. I read y'all his stats yesterday from the last 5 games. He was averaging 32. He only had 3 points at halftime, ended up with 24. Vanderbilt led 41-27 at the half, 14-2 run to end the half to get to that point, but Arkansas obviously comes back and then wins in overtime. They're playing South Carolina right now. We'll keep you updated.
So back to the Vanderbilt thing real quick, and when Slade joins us, we will get his take on it. But I'm curious who they get for that job next. I mean, as of right now, it's not a desirable job. I get it's in the SEC. I get there's a long tradition and history of basketball success there, but in this day and age with the NIL world, with the transfer portal world, like that is a hard job. Now, it's a lot easier to turn it around in basketball than football, right?
Yeah.
And the transfer portal certainly helps that. But I am curious what kind of candidate they will get interest from for this job.
It's, if you're selling it, what do you sell? You sell the history. You sell the gym. That environment is special.
You sell the city.
You sell Nashville for sure. They do have some NIL money. Wasn't spent in the best way last offseason, but I'm with you. It's going to be interesting to kind of see who the targets are and to see how real those targets are. Mm-hmm. And so, we'll all do our own digging behind the scenes and see what we can find out for you. But, that is a big story today. Vanderbilt moving on from Jerry Stackhouse. Another story out there, NWI, 1-year deal with the Titans. So now you're looking at Calvin Ridley, which that story broke almost 24 hours ago while we were on the air. D-Hop, Traylon Burks, NWI, not bad.
I love the keeping NWI around.
I do too.
Outside of the fact that he's a great guy, consistent, reliable, where he's supposed to be, when he's supposed to be. He's never going to be, right, a number one receiver. That he's just not. But he is a solid, consistent guy that a quarterback can trust. And it's great to have that when you've got 2 guys that people have to pay attention to.
615-737-1045. Yep, 615-737-1045. You want in. All kinds of NFL stories that are out there continuing to break in terms of trades and free agents. Greg Cosell, executive producer of NFL Matchup, senior producer NFL Films, best at breaking down tape. He will break down the film for us. Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard, Cushenberry, Kenneth Murray, everybody.
I'm really curious
Awuzie at corner.
Who's going to join us?
He will join us at 4:45. Titans cornerback, Chidobe Awuzie.
There you go. You got it.
I don't know. We'll ask him.
Well, he told us.
I get to be the one to ask him.
He told us earlier that we can call him by his nickname. So.
Cheeto. All right. Well, we'll ask him, but I'll try. I will try. Tons going on, and Ramon and Will are at Ramon Foster and Will Bowling are at Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville. They've got $5 Coors Light tall boys. You don't want to go watch basketball with them. I think Ramon is on the line right now. Ramon, what's up? How are you?
Yoro, what's going on, man? I'm here to tell you, give you a number counting real quick. 21 TVs on one side, so whatever game you want to watch is on, okay? And then I didn't even mention the other side. Will Lee and I in here got something cold. I don't want to say what code it is, okay? But we are here enjoying – you can enjoy $5 Coors Light Talls and also watch the SEC tournament. Please come out and say what's up to me and Will, man, as we have a good time.
Yep, if you're out in the Hendersonville area, they don't bite, at least not y'all. Ramon Foster, Will Bowling out there. $5 Coors Light tall boys. That's a good deal, Ramon. And I'm surprised. I'm just waiting for like some big free agency bit of news to happen while we're on the air with you, because that's what happened yesterday. And it was all like our reaction was like somebody hit a game-winning 3.
Oh no! I loved it, man. It was so raw and authentic, man. Because the move being made like that was so huge for the team. And also for the city, too, man. I appreciate y'all inviting me into that conversation, man. That was big time.
Well, we appreciate you. We'll check in again this hour, see how things are going, and encourage everyone in the Hendersonville area. Go see Ramon and Will at Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville. $5 Coors Light Tall Boys. Thanks, Ramon.
No doubt about it.
Speaking of, I just saw Papa bowling.
Look at that. We don't officially know what Will is up to, Mr. Bowling. He's at a. Your son is at a bar. I don't know what's happening.
What? We don't know. He's of age. We're okay.
Yeah.
He sent him over to represent him.
Maybe, he and Ramon will do a good job of that.
There you go.
When we come back, some trades going on in the NFL. We'll hit you with that. Also, Josh Johnson still in the league. I don't know if y'all know, but it is an unbelievable amount of NFL teams this guy has been a part of. I'll read through all of them next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Twitch, please. Hey, sometimes it's time to upgrade things in your home, and sometimes it's time to change things out that maybe you're not all that excited about doing, like windows and doors. That's exactly where I was, but I had no choice. And now with summer coming along, you absolutely need to make sure that you have the right windows and doors in place for the Nashville Heat. And Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, who you need to call to be able to do that. And you might be surprised to learn how affordable replacement windows are from Pella. Affordable and the best quality out there. I'm here to tell you that Pella was voted #1 by Nashville homeowners as the leading window brand in Nashville based on a 2022 survey of leading window brands among homeowners. And on top of that, they certainly have the staff in place to take care of you. I know because they took care of me in my house and my rental property. I love a good deal too, and they've got a good deal for you right now. Tell them Dawn sent you. 50% off qualifying installations, no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 months. You can afford new windows and doors with Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Schedule your free consultation. Check out that offer I mentioned. Just go online, PellaNashville.com.
What's happening, everyone? Big Slade coming to you, KellumStemCellInstitute.com. Holistic stem cell therapy. Got a lot of people reaching out to me in DMs and everything. Listen to my voice right now, people. You don't have to reach out to me in DMs to ask me personally, does it work? I'm not going to lie to you right now. I know a lot of people have, two in particular, have reached out within 24 hours saying, hey, man, have you tried this? Does it work? Yes. Everyone listen to me. Yes, it does work. Your body, your stem cells, your solution, they do work. I've had the work done on my knee, my shoulder, hip, and looking to do any more parts that start to inflame. And I know stem cells always go and attack the inflammation immediately in the body. It's known for doing that to autoimmune disorders. They derive from inflammation. So why wouldn't you take care of it? Congestive heart failure, autism, arthritis, whatever it is, get your consultation today at 615-850-4415, KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
Start of the fourth quarter in the boys 2A bracket. Ripley leads Cannon County 42-30. Good afternoon. I'm Lucas Panzica. The winner of that game will play Alcoa in the boys 2A semifinal. On the opposite side of the bracket, it's Whites Creek and Douglas that'll play Friday afternoon for a spot in the boys 2A state championship game. There's no need to consult the playbook. The winning strategy is to always designate a sober driver. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Three HL 104.5 The Zone, broadcasting live from the SEC basketball tournament. So far today, Mississippi State came from behind to beat LSU 70-60. Bulldogs will play Tennessee tomorrow at 12 o'clock. There is a lot of orange in this building already. Orange and blue. Those are the colors, primarily.
Kentucky blue, not orange and blue Auburn, just for the record.
I think everyone knew what I meant.
I know.
Although,
just specifying.
Listen, when we walked back to the radio station yesterday, the weather's so nice. We just parked there and walked down here. And Dawn and I were walking back, and who did we see right outside Cummins Station?
War Eagle
Auburn,
fly down the field.
The Auburn basketball team.
Yes, we did.
They were so polite, too.
Well, yeah, they're Auburn Tigers.
The one, 6'10" guy, looked down at me, hey, little man. That was in his head.
For the record, you are not little.
Yeah. Well, I'm 6'1". Used to be 6'2".
I was going to say, I would put you at 6'2".
He didn't say that. I just know that was what was in his head. What he did say was, "How are you today, sir?"
Yeah.
He didn't have to say anything to me, and that's what came out.
Yeah.
So that was cool. You got to say War Damn Eagle to a lot of people.
That's right.
That actually play for them. But anyway, LSU.
I said go get him.
LSU led 29-22 at halftime. Mississippi State outscored the Tigers 48-31 in the second half. And they take that game.
You like that Tennessee matchup?
Yes, because Mississippi State beat Tennessee earlier in the season.
Okay.
So 3 SEC losses. One of them early was at Mississippi State by 5 points. It's not a great matchup for the Vols because they are long and physical and all of those things. But if Tennessee can move the basketball and find open shots, I think they'll be okay in that one. Arkansas, South Carolina going on right now, and let me update. South Carolina leads at halftime, 38-35. So we got a good one going there. Arkansas with the win over Vanderbilt last night. So the 12 seed and the 5 seed, Arkansas and South Carolina, 3-point differential at halftime. The winner gets Auburn tomorrow at 2:30.
Let's go.
How are you going to be able to do this show while your team is playing?
I don't know. It kind of stinks. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to hang with Feinbaum at 2:15 right before tip.
Okay. You going to be wearing Auburn gear for that?
Do you think I'm going to be wearing Auburn gear for that?
Well, I mean,
yeah, damn right I'm wearing Auburn
if you're going
gear.
on the SEC network as an ESPN employee, I just gave it a little bit of thought that you might not do that.
Oh, no. I'm going completely unprofessional for Feinbaum.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
He'll appreciate that, actually.
Because we're in the building.
In the building?
If we weren't in the building, I'd be more professional and wear, neutral attire. But,
All right.
there's no need for that.
So, some of the moves that have happened. Okay,
Yes.
There was a trade earlier today, Falcons and Arizona. So, Falcons get Rondell Moore, speedy wide receiver, remember, from Purdue.
Purdue, yeah.
Not very tall,
Purdue.
but very, very fast. So, Kirk Cousins continues to accumulate weapons. Trying to go back to my Kirk Cousins page now.
What do you need to know about Kirk Cousins? I mean,
Because
he's got the bankroll. He's
they-
got the guaranteed money. His agent is brilliant and has been for a long time. Next.
the guy's got one playoff win, and he will make over $400 million when this contract finishes.
And
so
he's coming off an Achilles.
Yeah, 35-year-old quarterback coming off Achilles,
And
gets
they're
that contract.
dealing Ritter.
Yes, so I'll get to that part. So they pick
I
up.
mean, that's ballsy.
They pick up Darnell Mooney at wide receiver yesterday to go with Drake London. They've got Bijan Robinson at running back. They've got Kyle Pitts, who had a great comment today. He gave up his number for Kirk Cousins, number 8. So they asked him, what does he want? He goes, throw me the damn ball.
Is that what he said?
No, not in those words. He said, I want my targets, is what he said.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Kirk Cousins will be A-okay with targeting that dude.
So Arizona gets former Atlanta Falcons quarterback Desmond Ritter. So Desmond Ritter will be the backup to Kyler Murray. And then the Falcons continue to roll up talent. I mean, they're going to win the division probably, but are they going to win? Like, is Kirk Cousins going to win playoff games?
I mean, maybe. I mean, who are the quarterbacks in that? You know what I mean? Like,
What's $100
he's good
million
enough.
guaranteed
Ah,
to answer maybe.
I mean, I think he's good enough. If he showed he was playing great ball before the Achilles.
By
I
the
mean,
way-
really was probably best of his career.
By the way, quick note, Greg Cosell, I just talked to him. He just landed.
Oh,
And so he's going to come here and do the show at 5:20.
I
what the goal
love
is.
it.
So Greg Cosell at 5:20.
In person.
Titans cornerback Chidobe Awuzie will join us at 4:45. What was it about the Titans? What's going on with Brian Callahan? Tell us about the new head coach of the Titans that he had in Cincinnati. And again, before his ACL a couple of years ago, he was the number 1 cornerback in Cincinnati when they went to the Super Bowl.
By the
very
way-
physical. Like, if you pop in his tape,
Yep.
you're going to see a lot of big-time hits by that guy.
If you look back to his time in college at Colorado, graduated in 3.5 years. Like, his degree was a big thing to him, but and some people are like, who cares, Dawn? Well, it shows you work ethic, determination, focus, discipline.
Yeah.
All of those things are clearly a part of him as a person.
Yeah. You know the difference
If
between
you want
me
to
and
start
him?
digging in.
Yeah, I graduated 5.5 years.
I did 4.5.
So all of those things you just said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But by the way, he was a Division I football player on
Yeah.
top of it. So, what were you? You Division I drinker?
I don't know. I was trying to get out there. I was trying to get out of there. But no, seriously, like, I reached a point in college where I was like, dude, I just kind of looked around. I was like, everyone I got into school with is gone. Like, they all have
Maybe
jobs.
it's time.
They're making money. Like, they have apartments and stuff. Some more news. Cornerback Kendall Fuller to the Dolphins. Defensive lineman Eric Armstead had been mentioned with the Titans and with the Texans, among others. He goes to Jacksonville. So Jacksonville picks up Eric Armstead. Defensive lineman DJ Reader from Cincinnati to the Detroit Lions. And quarterback Sam Howell has been dealt to Seattle. So Drew Lock, the Seattle Seahawks backup quarterback, goes to New York to play for the Giants. And now Sam Howell to Seattle behind Geno. So we'll see. Do you want the Josh Johnson information?
Oh, my gosh. Just full transparency. We've talked about him before on this show. A bunch.
Because it's fun.
He's
He's his own bingo card.
it's like Ryan Fitzpatrick. Remember we ran down the teams that Ryan Fitzpatrick played for? I think there's like 14 is where he was or something.
Oh, wait.
Josh Johnson.
All right, so 2008 to 2023 now. All right, 16 years. He's played for 13 different NFL teams.
Oh, my goodness.
13 different. He's played for 2 NFL teams 3 times apiece. So that puts the number up to 17. He also played for some team called the San Diego Fleet and the LA Wildcats.
I don't even know what leagues those are.
So that's 19 teams
Attaboy.
in 16 years. So here are the teams that he has played for in the NFL. Bengals, Jets, Colts, Bills, Ravens, Giants, Texans, Raiders, Redskins, Lions, 49ers, Jets, and Broncos. He's played for the 49ers or been on the team 3 different times. And the Ravens, who that's where he is now, 3 different times.
Wow. 16 years of just making it.
615-737-1045 at 3HL.
They should have an award for
1045.
that in the NFL. Journeyman, backup, quarterbacks, and players that just last.
I'm sure we could look that up. Like, there's got to be like a ranking system of dudes. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's fun. Halftime here at Bridgestone Arena. South Carolina 38-35, the lead over Arkansas. The 12 seed hanging in there, trying to pull the upset. It's fun, though, at halftime to watch the people. And there are a lot of people here that have no, like, team affiliation gear on at all, which is interesting.
There's one. Just here to enjoy some ball.
But they're
in our own backyard.
So there's Florida. There's Kentucky. There's Kentucky.
I mean.
There's Kentucky. There's Kentucky.
There's Auburn.
There's Kentucky. Where's Auburn?
Right here.
Oh, he turned around.
War
yeah.
Eagle.
War Eagle. Auburn. There's one. Yeah, it's the Big Blue Mist is here in effect. And, man, that team is making a run right now. They have figured some things out. They can score the basketball better than anyone now at this point. I know Alabama averages 91 points per game or whatever it is to lead the nation. But when you start thinking about these Friday games and on into Saturday, I mean, the noon game is Mississippi State and Tennessee. Mississippi State's already beaten Tennessee, so clearly they can, right?
Yep.
Auburn against either South Carolina or Arkansas.
I would jump out there to say that this tournament is the biggest deal for Auburn when it comes to NCAA body of work kind of seeding, right? Because right now, I want to say that is it Lenardi or who's the other one? I forget. Anyway.
Joey Brackets?
Yes. Has them as a 5 seed right now. And all of this is because of their lack of quad 1 wins. They're 1-7 against quad 1 opponents. So
wow.
Their only one win against a quad 1 opponent was Alabama at home in Neville.
So Auburn maybe is the one team that can improve its lot.
Yes.
Here.
Because think about it, depending on who they play, right, they have a chance at 2 or 3.
Well, if they play Tennessee and Kentucky.
Quad 1 wins.
Right. South Carolina's not in quad 1. You know what's interesting about South Carolina is their net ranking is really low. And it's because of the non-conference schedule. But to be fair, they were picked last in the SEC. So when you're putting together that schedule, you want to build, kind of like Ole Miss. Remember, Ole Miss was 13-0.
Yeah.
And remember, I was asking, like, how real is that?
Yeah.
It turned out it wasn't all that real.
But Slade did like them, right?
Yeah, but he loves Chris Beard, which I'm with him on that one. But they are the 10 seed. So you don't blame South Carolina for putting together a schedule like that, but here they are. They outplay it. But they get penalized by this net ranking thing.
Yeah.
And so we'll see if they can pick up some wins. But anyway, Auburn and South Carolina potentially tomorrow, maybe Arkansas. Then you've got tomorrow night Kentucky against the Ole Miss Texas A&M winner. You've got Alabama against the Georgia-Florida winner. So potentially Kentucky, Texas A&M, for example, Alabama and Florida. And then you look on ahead till Saturday, and you could have Tennessee and Auburn, Kentucky and Alabama. And, I mean, can you imagine?
Like, how
That'd be a hell
fun
of a
is
day.
this tournament, though, with so many opportunities for different teams to win it, though?
Right, and even if you don't get the chalk, I mean, Tennessee, Auburn, Kentucky, and Alabama is a hell of a day. Like, you can't draw it up any better, right? But if somebody has pulled an upset to get there, then that's a special story, too. And that provides some more talking points for Saturday. It's going to be fun. It always is. And what the best part about this event is seeing all the different colors from around the conference in one place. You know? You really don't get that anywhere else, except for the SEC basketball tournament. So I guess the baseball tournament as well. 615-737-1045 at 3HL 1045. The NFL looking at the Falcons and Eagles for potentially tampering potential tampering violations. The Kirk Cousins deal, the Saquon Barkley deal struck very quickly. And so the NFL's going to look at it.
Tampering.
Let me just go ahead and tell you.
Well, Kirk Cousins bought a house in Atlanta or moved his family to Atlanta like 3 weeks prior.
Yeah, and then there was a story that James Franklin said something about Saquon Barkley being sold. The fact that, like, the Penn State fan base aligns perfectly with the Philadelphia Eagles fan base, and, like, he had conversations with the general manager of the Eagles, and you're supposed to, like, James Franklin said that. And you're supposed to, like, the GMs can talk to the agents, but they can't talk to the players until that Monday. So it's funny because
the GM was talking to James or talking.
No, to Barkley. James just passed it along.
James Franklin, I tell you what, mouth getting him in trouble.
Let's see if I can find that story.
As usual.
It's interesting though. But the thing about it is that here it is. There's my elevator music. Penn State football coach James Franklin told a reporter that Eagles general manager Howie Roseman spoke to Barkley and pitched him on the connection between the Eagles and Nittany Lion fan bases. Teams are permitted to talk directly with agents during the 52-hour negotiating window, but cannot speak to the player unless he has no agent and represents himself.
I mean, this goes on.
That's what I'm saying. What's funny about it is before the tampering window, we didn't have it, right? But we had everyone tampering.
Right.
And so now you have the tampering window.
And now everybody's tampering before the tampering window.
I mean, the best one was Albert Hainsworth's contract.
Yeah, that was all.
When there was no tampering window, and you come up with a $100 million deal at, like, what did Jim White say, 3 in the morning?
3 in the morning.
Yeah. After free agency hit at midnight?
Midnight, yeah. Like that kind of contract
you could just
in
knock
a couple
that out
hours,
3
right?
hours?
When you haven't talked at all, I'm sure.
So, yeah. It goes on. There's no question about it. What do you think about NWI?
Love it.
Staying with the Tennessee Titans, 1-year deal. So now you've got Calvin Ridley, you've got D-Hop, you've got Traylon Burks, you've got NWI.
Well, I mean, you can argue NWI was kind of forced into a number 2 role last year. And
performed well.
Performed well. So imagine what he can give you in a different role and maybe where he's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
If you have a true 1 and 2 or 1A and 1B in Ridley and D-Hop, and who knows what Traylon Burks is going to be, but I feel like NWI is smart, he's versatile, he's consistent, he's a hard worker, he's great out in the community, like all of these things. He's everything that you would want in a locker room culture-wise, and you can trust him on the field, right? He's never going to do anything that is going to hurt the team. He's consistent. I think it's a great move. I love it. You remember I had said I wanted Chris Moore back too.
And that might happen.
Right.
I
mean, I think, and all of a sudden your wide receiving room is completely different when you give Traylon Burks a chance to not feel the pressure, not have to be the guy, not have to, maybe take the pressure off of D-Hop. So, you know what I mean? You have all of these. It's amazing how, and you can liken it to businesses too. It's amazing how when people are in their right roles, how much better your organization is. And I think that is a perfect example of that in this wide receiving room, because Traylon Burks obviously has not established himself as a number 2. Right? He's not there yet. He hasn't stayed healthy. He hasn't had the targets, all of those things. And now maybe if you can step back and put him in a different role, maybe throw him in the slot a little bit more. Same with NWI. He did fine in that role, but perhaps maybe he can excel and give you even more options in a role that's more suited for his talent.
NWI, 28 receptions last year, 370 yards and 3 touchdowns. One of his better games, 5 for 51 and a touchdown, came against the Cincinnati Bengals. So it's funny how, like, when these guys see something right in front of them, it's
easier to make that decision.
Yeah, you see players get signed because of that in a lot of ways. Now, there are obviously more reasons than that, but it doesn't hurt. By the way, with regard to Josh Johnson, Hunk did a little more research on that. 13 different NFL teams. 2 teams from some league. We have no idea what that is. 19 total teams. He has started just 9 games in his career.
And would you like to know his record in those 9 games?
0-9, huh?
1-8.
Oh!
1-8. He got his 1 win in 2018 with the Washington team that I can't say their name now, against the Jacksonville Jaguars. 16-13 dub. This was after the horrible Alex Smith injury. That's rough. That was after the broken tibia and fibula. Yep. So that's when he took over and played in 4 games in 2018 and won 1 of them.
Well, good for him.
23rd contract.
Hey,
God, how crazy is that?
23 contracts, 1 win.
Like, don't you just have
we
to
think Kirk
keep
Cousins'
them all and
agent is
frame
good.
them all at one point?
We need to look up and see how much money he's made in his career. That's what we need to do.
That's next.
So, yeah, we'll have that for you next. Also, economic impact of the Battery in Atlanta. Start talking about what this deal is going to mean for the city of Nashville with the new stadium. We'll do that at 4 o'clock. But when we come back, you thought it was done at 12, college football playoff. Life comes at you fast. More news there on 104.5 The Zone next.
Well, we know it is Hoops Month, but guess what else it is? It's Truck Month. And maybe you're thinking about purchasing a new Ford truck. The time is right now at Two Rivers Ford. They've got financing rates as low as 1.9%, no payments for 90 days, and a lot of bonus cash offers going on right now. And, of course, this is all on top of the Two Rivers Ford low prices because they always sell below MSRP. In fact, way below MSRP. Best part about Truck Month, though, no pressure. You hear me talk about it all the time. Two Rivers Ford has non-commissioned sales team. If you're interested in test driving something, you know you're not ready to purchase, it's not a problem because they are not there to pressure you. They are there to help you. And get this, they'll even schedule a test drive at your house and bring the vehicle to you. There is a reason Two Rivers Ford has been a landmark local business in our community for over 40 years, and a reason they're one of the top Ford dealers in the nation. Give them a call. Let them help you out. It's Truck Month. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer. All right, picture this. Storm hits, one of those Nashville, Middle Tennessee spring storms. Power goes out in the neighborhood, but no worries because your home remains a beacon of light and comfort. Your family continues with their daily routine. They stay connected. They enjoy the peace of mind that comes with having a reliable power source. That means that you talk to Cove Generators. You were smart. You prepared with a Generac home standby generator from Cove Generators. Let me tell you a little bit about Cove Generators. Family owned and operated. They are experts in what they do because it's all they do. So they know their craft inside and out. They'll make sure that you get the best generator for your own unique needs and your home. Cove Generators is your premier Generac home standby generator dealer. Be ready for the next power outage. Call Cove to inspect and perform maintenance on any generator, and especially on your Generac automatic standby generator. All you have to do, give them a call, 931-559-3311. That's Cove Generators. Signees.com so you can stay connected through it all.
Below MSRP? Below MSRP. Below MSRP. It's pretty simple. Two Rivers Ford sells all new non-specialty Fords below MSRP.
HL 104.5 The Zone. What up? Hope you're having a great day. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport with you live from Bridgestone Arena. The SEC basketball tournament is going on. Slay Dog has some SEC network responsibilities, so we may or may not see him today. I was looking through Nick Westbrook-Akine's stat sheet. Nick Westbrook-Akine signing with the Titans, one-year deal. So you've got Calvin Ridley, D-Hop, NWI, Traylon Burks. Start from there.
I have a question for you.
Chig and Wiley at tight end. Yeah.
Is there any trade value in Traylon Burks right now?
I would think no, honestly. Right? Like, who did we just see? Who did we see go to Jacksonville, backup quarterback? Oh, Mac Jones, who started games as a quarterback, 7th round. You know, I mean, so if a starting quarterback, granted, I don't like him, and I know most of y'all don't either, but he did start for the Patriots. Goes for a 7th-round pick. What could you get for Burks? A bag of hammers? Like some Nerf footballs?
Yeah.
I mean, cones that you can put on the field? I don't know. He's got to prove it. You know what I mean? Like,
he's got to prove he can stay healthy.
What do we know about him, much less the rest of the league? You know what I mean? This is it for him. I mean, you better show it now.
Oh, absolutely.
You better show it now.
I just didn't know if maybe
Yeah, I know. I like
maybe
where, I like
somebody
where your head's
would
at.
be willing to take a chance because
On a former first-rounder that's only been in the league for 2 years.
And honestly, who
And was
really
hurt.
has the potential if he could stay healthy. And part of the injury history with him is concussion, which isn't really his fault. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I mean, could you sell it? Well, I would try.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Slay would be fighting
It's
back
just a
hard
thought.
on us right now.
He would totally come at us right now.
He's Australian Burks all the time right now.
Yeah. But
I
I
like
mean,
that about
you
him.
have NWI back. He's a solid. He's a solid 3.
615-737-1045. I'll get to the college football playoff story in just a second. Let's go to Keith in Nashville wants to talk about Traylon Burks. Keith, what's up?
I tried to call in a few months ago, but they say people are saying that Burks is open and y'all just not throwing him the ball.
People are saying what? That Burks is open, that he just wasn't throwing the ball?
Right.
Is that what you said?
That's what I'm saying people are saying.
The people I talk to don't think that's the problem. I'll just put it that way. I think honestly, thank you, Keith, for the phone call. I think it comes down more to like what you're saying. Can he find the consistency to be healthy?
To be on the field.
And to be a consistent force on the field that they can count on. You know,
Well,
you've got to earn the confidence of your quarterback, your offensive coordinator, all those things.
And listen, we're going to know this year because of the offensive scheme you're going to see from Brian Callahan.
They're going to throw the football.
Oh, think about what you just watched the Bengals do the last 2 years, right? That's what you're going to see here offensively.
Yeah, I mean it's a completely different thing than we've seen in 25 years of Titans football here.
Right.
You're going to see he's going to go 11 personnel, which means 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. That's predominantly not what we've seen for 25 years, and that means they're going to throw it around. And look at the 2 running backs that they're going to put out there.
They can catch the ball too.
They want to spread you out, and they want to have options, and that's what they're setting up here. Let's go to Leland in Columbia. Leland, what's up?
Hey, guys.
What's
Hi.
up?
I really just want to talk about the Calvin Ridley signing.
Okay.
What you think?
When you guys were talking about Burks, I feel like this helps Burks stay off a little bit more of the injuries and can help him get more open. And with that's where I think Calvin Ridley can really help.
All right.
Calvin,
yeah.
thank you, Leland. Appreciate it, man. Calvin Ridley will open things up. We talked about yesterday the numbers that he has put up over the last 37 games. I mean, it's just mind-boggling what he's been able to do on the football field from a consistent standpoint. And over the last 37 games, 197 receptions. That's more than 5 receptions per game. 2,671 yards. That's 72 receiving yards per game. That's 10 more than what D-Hop put up last year, and everybody was pleased with his production level last year. And that's per game. 19 touchdowns in 37 games, 1 touchdown every 2 games. So he's got the numbers. He's got the ability to spread everybody out and open up things for other people. And that's kind of the Cincinnati mindset, right? Like to spread it up, spread it out. You don't know who's going to be the option on each and every play, and you're not banging your head against the wall trying to run the football. I mean, the league's changed. It's gone away from that.
Speaking of, sorry, I'm not totally diverting, but yeah, the league has gone away from the Derrick Henry 2-down back, right?
Yeah.
Did you see what Baltimore did when they introduced him and the pictures they released on his purple velvet king throne chair?
And suit.
With the crown on his head. I'm like, listen, he was the king here.
He's still the king. Once
I
you're the
know,
king,
but you don't get to.
you're
You don't
always
get
the
to
king.
get in on the king.
You mean
thing.
capitalize off it?
The Titans and Derrick Henry together created that.
All right, Don.
Oh, I hate the Ravens. I hate the Ravens.
There's a lot of Ravens. Hey, man, there are a lot of people listening right now going, "You're damn right, Don. Tell them." I'm happy for Derrick. You know,
Purple
like
suit. And
I cannot like the
crown.
Ravens and like him. I guess,
I
right?
love him.
Yeah.
I love Derrick Henry.
College football.
Don't get me wrong.
Playoff on the brink of moving one step closer to an expected 14-team playoff that would begin in 2026, as the 10 FBS leagues and Notre Dame are pushing to meet a Friday deadline to agree to the next contract. So that's getting done. That from Heather Dennis. We'll talk more about it in the 4 o'clock hour. Let's go back out to Hendersonville. Will Bowling is there from Buffalo Wild Wings. Will, we just saw your dad, man. How are you?
Man, I'm great. Tell him I said hello, and he's in good company with you guys. Love that. But, man, we are having a good time out here. We just saw a very dapper gentleman on our television screens in a light blue suit. I think he goes by the name of Ron Slay. And we all enjoyed that here at Buffalo Wild Wings. And Hendersonville, as Ramon Foster agrees with me. But, hey, we've got tickets, guys, to see March Madness first and second round games at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That's coming up. And, hey, there's a chance that could be Tennessee as well if they are a 1 seed in a certain region. So we are here until 6 o'clock. Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville. Buffalo Wild Wings, the place to catch the SEC tournament and March Madness all month long. $5 Coors Light talls. Here as we watch the SEC tournament. I don't know if you guys can hear my peanut gallery named Ramon Foster and Rhett Bryan, who you can hang out with as well.
Rhett Bryan's there. Hey, you can talk free agency signings with Rhett B. Tennessee now.
He loves it.
We can. And Don Davenport, and you know who else you can talk free agency signings with. I'm going to give a quick plug here is Titans general manager Rand Carthon, who will join Ramon, Kayla, and Will at 8:20 tomorrow morning, which we have just confirmed.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
Listen, you boys are just doing work out there. I love it with tall boys. Work and tall boys. It's a good combination.
Look, Brent, the best work gets done with a tall Coors Light in front of you. We all know this to be true, and you can join us. You can join us with that. So it's gonna be a fun afternoon watching a lot of hoops and hanging out. And Ramon Foster is gonna end up not being a peanut gallery for me soon. You're gonna talk to him in a couple minutes, and I'm gonna yell things in his ear. It's gonna be great.
All right, we'll get another update.
Y'all have fun.
Ramon and Will and Rhett B. out at Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville. Go see them. Register to win tickets. Also, $5 Coors Light Tall Boys. When we come back, there's some economic impact news coming out from the Battery in Franklin, and we're talking about mixed-use sports and businesses and
the Battery
condos.
in Atlanta.
Battery in Atlanta, sorry. I'm so specified.
I'm like, is there a Battery in Franklin now?
No, not that I know of. But some interesting dollars when you start to think about what can happen on the other side of the river.
Yep.
We'll talk about that next. We'd love to get your take. Any of y'all might have tried to get in yesterday and couldn't about Calvin Ridley and what that does for the Tennessee Titans offense. Let us know. 615-737-1045. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, that is where you need to go to get that next new vehicle, whether you're looking for a car, truck, SUV, or Jeep. And maybe it's new or pre-owned, whatever you need, they're going to be able to help you out at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. Just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Best vehicle buying experience you will have ever had. I've bought multiple vehicles from these guys. They're awesome people. They also let you know when you need that oil change after the point of sale. The tires rotated. All of those things they keep up with for you, and their service department is impeccable. Go see my friend Daniel Gupton and his crew. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. There will be no pressure on you at all. They simply want you in the vehicle that's right for you. So make sure you get it done. 24 West toward Clarksville, exit 35, straight shot into the best vehicle buying experience you've ever had. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in Springfield, Tennessee. Just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Check them out online. GuptonMotors.com is the website. All the dealership information is there. All of the inventory is there as well. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Do you need to light up your house or your backyard or your patio or your driveway at night? I did desperately, so I called Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville. They design, install, and maintain your lighting. And I'm talking festival lights, path lights, wall washing, tree lighting, area lighting. Our driveway was so dark, and I felt like it was unsafe coming home late at night or leaving super early. And then also I have a stepson who likes to play basketball at night. So we have a wonderful new light it on our driveway now. And Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville did a great job. Bob came over. Bob Lyons, the owner, and this business, by the way, has been around here in town for over 38 years. He put a great plan in place, and I absolutely love my outdoor lighting. I'm actually going to do some more now, too. Here's what else I love. Outdoor Lighting Perspectives has a team put together called Light the Way for Rally Foundation for Childhood Cancer Research. And the next couple of weeks, if you purchase a lighting install up until April 18th, Outdoor Lighting Perspectives is going to give a $100 donation to Rally Foundation for Childhood Cancer Research. We're all working together. What a great time to do it. Go visit online outdoorlights.com/Nashville for Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville.
Good afternoon from Bridgestone Arena. I'm Joe Hunk. As the Titans have added another wide receiver to that wide receiver room, not as big as Calvin Ridley, but reliable. NWI has signed a brand new one-deal year with the team. Also happening a few moments ago, the Washington Commanders have officially traded quarterback Sam Howell to the Seahawks. Also involved in that trade is a couple of picks that both teams will be swapping as well. And if the Titans just want to bring back wide receivers, Corey Davis has applied for reinstation to the NFL. I mean, not really. We're not really serious about that. But just a few moments ago, before we came back on,
hey, he lives here.
Okay, so Corey Davis trying to make a catch. Then we'll talk more about it. And so, but Vanderbilt has made it official. That Stackhouse is officially gone. They made the announcement just a few moments ago to confirm all the reports. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone, Thursday edition. Beautiful day in the Music City. Brent Doherty with you. I'm looking at the Ryman Auditorium through the windows of the Bridgestone Arena concourse. If you come in the front doors, head to the left. You want to hang out with us, come say hi. A lot of people have. If you're coming to the SEC tournament, we will be here until 6 o'clock. We'll be here tomorrow as well from 3 until 6. Dawn will try to broadcast professional radio while her Auburn Tigers are playing like 100 yards from her.
I cannot believe it's right during our show.
I know, literally, you could just walk, 50 feet and watch the game.
I know. I'm going to have to. That's right. It is bunk. It's bunk that it's right during our show. I'm going to have to talk to Kirby about maybe getting me wireless tomorrow.
No, you're not extending her cable that far.
What, through where everybody can trip over it? What
Hey,
are you
I've got
talking about?
cable. We can make that happen. I've got
Oh.
gaff tape.
There we go.
I'm sure everyone here at Bridgestone Arena wearing yellow and black would really love for you to just tape some
It would be like
wires
this.
across the floor.
Don't mind me.
Of the
It's just a
concourse.
technical thing.
Yeah.
By the way, still a weird
They
thing.
probably would not
that
like us.
They do not sell alcohol in the concourse level. So, like Happen Harry's and Yazoo are right across from us. Tito's is right next to us. Nothing going on there. But you can go up to the club level. You just can't bring it down. And anyone can go up there. That's the other thing.
It's so weird.
It's weird,
Like,
too,
just
because
sell it and call it a day.
all of the venues sell it, right?
Yeah.
Do we still have venues that don't? Like
I
Auburn,
don't remember. I did the research on it.
Auburn's basketball
recently.
arena was one of the last, and I
Yes.
think they did it this year, didn't they?
Either this year or next year, yes.
It looks like you're going to be playing South Carolina. South Carolina, a 60-49 lead, 7:38 to go in this basketball game. Arkansas looks like they're running out of gas. Battle only has 14 for them. And, again, he was averaging 32 in the last 5 games, and yesterday went for 24, 21 of those in the second half. So Arkansas with Battle with 14, Mitchell with 13. Those are the only 2 players in double figures. That guy that Slay Dog likes has 22, and Colin Murray Boyles has 22 points and 4 rebounds, 4 steals, 2 assists for South Carolina. B.J. Mack has 12 points. So looking like South Carolina is in good shape here, although we see weird things happen in tournaments. 11-point lead with 7:39 to go. Not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination. Earlier today, Mississippi State came from behind to beat LSU 70-60. Bulldogs will play Tennessee tomorrow at noon. A lot of orange in the building last night, a lot of orange in the building today. LSU led 29-22 at the half. Mississippi State outscored the Tigers 48-31 in the second half. Arkansas, South Carolina going on right now. As I mentioned, tonight at 6, Ole Miss and Texas A&M. Texas A&M a 5.5-point favorite in that basketball game. Georgia and Florida, the nightcap at 8:30-ish. Florida an 8.5-point underdog, 8.5-point favorite against Georgia. Again, Tennessee and Mississippi State tomorrow at 12. Auburn at 2:30 against the winner of the current game. That is where we are with regard to basketball. 615-737-1045. Again, Corey Davis unretiring. Corey, if you're listening, we love you, bro. Good luck. He was such a good dude, man.
He's such a good dude. He lives
and
there.
he still is. It's not, he's not under the ground.
No, he was a good dude when he played here.
That's
we're
what I
saying.
meant.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
for clarifying. He's still with us. But, yeah, he's unretiring, and they're letting him off of the retirement list. So, good for him. Now, you're looking at the Titans with NWI, Calvin Ridley, D-Hop, and Traylon Burks. Can you win with those 4 wide receivers right there? With that wide receiver room being changed that dramatically with Calvin Ridley. It's interesting. I talked to some people yesterday that don't like Calvin Ridley, and I'm trying to figure out why. I mean, the numbers
Who?
are there.
They don't
for
like
sure.
the move. They don't like the player. They don't like what?
The player.
Or they don't like the move because they feel like the Titans overpaid.
Well, listen, I mean, this is the beautiful part about what we do and mess with sports fans, and we are too, right? But any story in free agency is going to get the reaction on both sides, like heated.
Yeah.
On both sides. That's the worst sign of the year. How could they spend so much money on that guy? He's always hurt. He's coming off an injury. He sucks. Blah, blah, blah. Or the other guy's like, holy crap, that totally changes everything.
It
Like
does
now-
change everything.
And it does. Like, I mean, from a big picture standpoint of what they want that offense to be, that's what it does. It goes right along with the Tony Pollard deal.
Yeah.
It's more than just a player.
Yes.
It's an ideology of offense that's going to be completely different than what we've seen for 25 years. To me, that's exciting in and of itself. Now, whether you win more games and all those things, I will say this. My opinion, they've gotten better in free agency than they were.
I mean, loads better.
Loads better from you.
From me, yes. Well, first of all, you cannot overlook what was done super early right off the bat, which is that center position. Especially on that offensive line, especially with the struggles on that offensive line for the last 2 years. And that move in and of itself immediately makes you better.
Maybe the number one center available. Tony Pollard was one of the running backs that was in that group. That was one of the best. Did you hear Cushenberry today, as a part of his media availability, say that?
I think we have it.
Do we?
I think we do. I think it's cut 5, Zeph. This is so all of the Titans free agents spoke today. And Lloyd Cushenberry, this is the one that stood out to Mayor.
It was big. Got the chance
Bill
to talk
Callahan.
to Ethan Posick, former center in Cleveland. He's telling me a lot about it, a lot about him. He raved about him, and like I say, it's just an opportunity that I feel like he can take me to the next level.
He's talking about Bill Callahan, and let's play that cut again, but let's reset it a little bit better. Yeah, I hadn't even seen this list of audio that we have. That's on me. No, Lloyd Cushenberry talking about Bill Callahan, and if you missed it, Don said at one point he's not Jesus, and I was like, well, he is offensive line Jesus. So we started calling him OLJ. So Bill Callahan, one of the best offensive line coaches in football. It's amazing that the Browns allowed him out of his contract so he could go coach with his son.
I wouldn't have. That was super nice.
Super nice, and we're talking about business. We're talking about a cutthroat business, and they did that. So, I mean, that's huge in and of itself. But this is what Lloyd Cushenberry was talking about. He was talking about how much Bill Callahan and his role with the Titans helped make this decision for him.
It was big. Got the chance to talk to Ethan Posick, former center in Cleveland. He's telling me a lot about it, a lot about him. He raved about him, and like I say, it's just an opportunity that I feel like he can take me to the next level.
There you go.
It's funny to hear what draws players to teams during free agency, right? Like we're gonna talk with Chidobe Awuzie, Titans cornerback, at 4:45, and we're gonna ask him that question: What was it about the Titans, right? And then maybe we'll get to know Bill Callahan a little bit better from a player that played
under him, or with him.
With him as
Not
an assistant coach and as a player relationship. So.
Well,
those things are always interesting to me.
Exactly. The other Cushenberry sound, like you were talking about, okay, why do players make decisions to go to certain places? Well, so Cushenberry was also asked, this is cut 7, did the perception that the Titans have struggled on the offensive line here, right, play into the decision to actually come here to fix it?
No, not really. I feel like I guess there's a reason they reached out to me. It was a need, and with all the other factors, because Callahan, the things they got going, I just felt like it was the right spot.
Callahan again.
Yeah. So, I mean, coaches have a big factor, play a big role in it for sure. 615-737-1045 at 3HL1045 on Twitter. He is a big-time part of this free agent piece. Like when you talk about schematically what they're showing you they want to be with Calvin Ridley and with Pollard, Cushenberry more of a football move, right? Like, so quarterback of the offensive line, the lead communicator, pointing out blocking responsibilities. How good was Aaron Brewer at that? I don't know. I'm going to ask around about that. He's got to be vocal. He's got to turn around, talk to the quarterback. Make sure they've got the Mike linebacker picked out, which is the middle linebacker, and run their block schemes off that. That is a huge signing to get one of the better centers in the game.
Well, and plus you have a young quarterback. You have Peter Skoronski, who's going to be in just year 2. I would imagine that you're going to have another young guy on the left side or right side at some point, depending on what they do in the draft. But you would assume this is a deeper draft class on that line. There's going to be another young player that might be able to step in right away there. Like, you have to have a guy at center that can help manage and grow all of that together.
Let's go back out to Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville. Ramon Foster is with us. And, Ramon, before you tell people about tickets they can come by and register to win and $5 Coors Light Tall Boys, how big is that move with Cushenberry? How important is that position on the offensive line?
I've been saying that for a while, man. The center settles the offense for the most part. Before anything goes down, the center holds the ball, sets the offense for you, and has the ability to really break it down for you when it comes to him being the first line of defense to go on the offensive, man. I play with a guy, potential future Hall of Famer, Marquise. It was crucial for him, for us, when he was in those games. As far as just settling stuff, man, like, I say this often. A franchise quarterback is supposed to win you 8 games by themselves, right? Half of them. And the team carries the rest. That quarterback can't do that good if he doesn't have a good center that knows where the ball is going to be on every single snap. No issues with the snap, and also thinks the way he thinks too, man. And knowing that Cushenberry was coached up by Munch and will also get Brian Callahan, can you imagine the growth and the knowledge that he's able to pass on to that group? And here's the other thing, too. Set a culture. That's going to be that's so big for this team.
I love it.
Ramon Foster out at Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville. Go by and see he and Will and Rep Bryan. And you guys have some things going on out there, don't you?
We do, man. We're in Buffalo Wild Wings, right off of Indian Lake Boulevard here in Hendersonville, man. I told you said it a second ago, Mayor. $5 cool lights, Coors Lights calls. Also watching all the games that are on TV right now. The even better thing right now is you can get some cool prizes. And one of those prizes, or 3 of those prizes, is you can win a set of next week's March Madness in the first and second round at the FedEx Forum. So that's a drive over and back if you want to, no matter what time they play. You can make it back home, send the kids to school the next day.
I love it, Ramon. All right, everybody in the Hendersonville area, go by and see Ramon and Will and Rep B. They'll be there. $5 Coors Light Tall Boys. Register to win tickets. Thanks, man.
The Mayor is Thirsty which day? Thirsty which day?
Thursday.
Thursday. How bad we said it for us. Love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.
See you,
All right,
Ramon.
see ya.
All right, when we come back, we've got the contract details from Aaron Wilson on Calvin Ridley's contract. That's next. We would love to hear from you, your take. If you're on hold, stay there. We will come to you. Phone calls next. Your reaction to what the Titans are doing in free agency, 615-737-1045. You need a mobile plan to keep you connected while not feeling like you're draining your bank account to afford it. I feel you. From Xfinity, the home of the 10G network. That's what I need, too. The future starts now. Discover the nation's best-kept secret and switch to Xfinity Mobile now with the best prices for 2 lines of unlimited. Join the millions who save hundreds a year with Xfinity Mobile, one of the fastest-growing mobile services with 5G and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. I use them everywhere I go. $30 a line per month with unlimited data. When you get 2 lines, switch to Xfinity Mobile, rated number 1 in quality and number 1 in value. Mobile plans starting at just $15 a month. Save hundreds a year with the best price for 2 lines of unlimited. Get nationwide 5G included at no extra cost. Mix shared and unlimited data options with your family, all on one plan. Streaming more or using less. Switch between unlimited and by the gig anytime on the Xfinity Mobile app so you can pay only for what you need. Automatically connect to over 20 million secure Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspots nationwide to save money on data. Xfinity Internet required taxes and fees are extra. Data thresholds and actual savings may vary based on weighted average of consumer reported savings compared to charges for top 3 characters. Go to Xfinity.com or call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Oh, what are we going to do with Kirby, man?
I don't know. He's out here.
You know who else is out here? Hunk. Look at Hunk over there wearing his Tennessee Vols shirt. Because now he's going to wear his Auburn shirt tomorrow. That's what's going to happen.
I'm doing a wardrobe change. So tomorrow I'll start my Tennessee stuff, and then when Auburn plays, I'll swap to my Auburn stuff.
No. Auburn's first.
No,
Tennessee's first.
Yeah, Tennessee's first.
12 o'clock.
If Auburn was first,
that's right.
then Tennessee be playing during the show.
That's
but
right.
then Saturday they play each other potentially.
Yeah.
But you won't be here. You'll be in Huntsville, Alabama.
It doesn't matter then. That doesn't matter then. I'll be at the house.
You think everyone, like what percentage of people listening right now understand the fact that Joe Hunk lives in Huntsville and drives here every day?
And is a Tennessee and an Auburn fan. I mean, there's a whole lot of just disaster going on.
There's weird stuff going on. But, I mean, geographically speaking, I could see that from where he is.
See? Right on the state line.
Now, I'm more of the opinion, like, I don't know how you choose two teams. Like, I'll have multiple baseball teams because, like, we don't have a baseball team, and my baseball team is in Houston. Like, how often do I get to see them? So they're my number one team. But if I'm watching baseball on television,
you like the Cubs, though.
I like other teams. Like, I love the Cubs. I like the Red Sox. Like, so in the Red Sox-Yankees thing, I chose Red Sox.
Yep, me too.
So when the Red Sox and Yankees play, I've got rooting interest, right?
Yep.
I don't live and die by it like I do the Astros, but I have rooting interest. North Carolina and Duke, same thing. I chose North Carolina.
Oh, bad choice. Bad mayor. Bad.
Not this year.
Wow, that glare. Like, you can see the glare on zone TV, but you may be able to hear the glare through the radio.
Listen.
So far.
I was with her husband.
ACC tournaments this weekend.
I was with her husband today, and he at one point said, I'm glad you're here and not Dawn. I mean, now there is a story behind
there's
that.
a story behind it.
We were at HPI, and he was getting his consultation. So I went along with him, and like we've been friends for a long time, and he needed someone to hold his hand. And no, I'm just kidding. It's a really easy process, and we'll tell you more about it as we go through. But HPI Hair Partners, they do a really good job, and it's not invasive at all.
That was his thing. He's like, I don't want to hear about anything that's invasive.
I know. And
invasive.
He looked a little nervous, but I think he was fine. And we did a good job. You would have asked a lot more like females listening right now would understand this. You would have asked a lot more questions than we did.
Oh, I'm sure. I am sure. Well, I'm going next week, so I'll ask all the questions that need to be asked.
Okay, well, good. South Carolina is about to take down Arkansas. A lot of people left at the under 4 minute timeout.
I was going to say, is it not over yet? Where are we?
There was a stream of consciousness and people coming out of the arena. And I'm guessing like people are going to hit Broadway. What a perfect venue for this event. Like,
in a perfect 2 days.
I mean, we lobbied for this for a long time to like Greg Sankey. Like, he got so tired of us. Because every time we talk to him, hey, Nashville should have the SEC baseball tournament. Nashville, you should move the SEC headquarters to Nashville. What are you doing in Birmingham? You know, things like that. But with the SEC tournament,
what did he say to us? Oh, you guys just want everything.
And I'm like, my answer to that was yes, we do, and we deserve it.
Yes, Greg. And we kill every event that's here.
Listen, I mean, the Georgia Dome is fine, but you cut the building in half. You have to take MARTA anywhere, like to go do anything.
And that city is just so
spread out.
It's spread out. You can't walk to places.
You can walk everywhere here.
Half the time you don't want to walk out there. Yeah.
This is the perfect spot for the SEC tournament. And again, it's so much fun seeing all of the colors in here from all of the teams.
Okay, so I had a funny experience walking down here. There were some woo girls walking right behind me.
They were walking behind you.
Yes.
They hadn't found all the party buses
They
yet.
were not on the Pedal Tavern. I saw a couple of those too, though. And they were like, is that like college basketball thing still going on? And one of them said, no, I think it's over. And the other one was like, oh, okay, thank goodness. There's a lot of people over there. I'm like, it's not over, actually. It's only day 2. It's all weekend. Yeah. I'm like, it really just started, honestly. And they were like, oh.
Were they wearing white boots?
One of them, was wearing white boots.
That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 615-737-1045. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport with you, broadcasting live from Bridgestone Arena, outside section 118-19. SEC basketball tournament is going on, and the game has now concluded. South Carolina ranked number 15 in the country, takes out Arkansas 80-66. It's been a frustrating year for the Arkansas basketball fan base and for the head coach and probably the players. But they put up a fight. They won the game last night, put up a fight today, only down 3 at halftime, but South Carolina pulls away. So South Carolina and Auburn tomorrow. That'll be 25 minutes after Tennessee plays Mississippi State. Then tomorrow night you'll have Kentucky against the Ole Miss Texas A&M winner, which that game will be tonight at 6 o'clock. And then you'll have Alabama taking on the Georgia-Florida winner, which will be tonight at 8:30. That Alabama game with the winner of Georgia-Florida will be the late game tomorrow. So a lot going on here. Let's go to the phone, 615-737-1045 if you want in. I know a lot of people couldn't get through yesterday. Wanted to comment on the Titans free agency moves, the offense, Ridley, all of those things. Traylon Burks, Trey in Nashville next up on 3HL. Trey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today?
Yo, good.
Good.
Hey, I was thinking, okay, so we got D-Hop. Okay, we got the new guy from Jacksonville. Okay, so are we going to have 2 or 3 guys vying for the third wide receiver position or what? Where is Traylon Burks in the mix amongst all of that? You know, from what I've seen, it's better players than Traylon that's on the team right now. So what is Coach going to do with him?
I hear you, man. Thank you for the
call. He's going
call.
to find out.
Appreciate you, Trey. This is a big training camp for him because,
Yeah.
I mean, clearly the 1 and 1A and however you want to put it, Calvin Ridley and D-Hop. Then who is that third receiver in this 3-receiver offense? That's the direction they want to go. Who's the third receiver? NWI is going to want to compete for that, right?
Yeah.
So Traylon Burks, this is a huge offseason for Traylon Burks.
And should
This is
be
a
able
huge
to.
season for Traylon Burks if he wants to continue to be a Tennessee Titan.
I keep bringing up Cincinnati, but look at what they did there, too. Tyler Boyd was actually technically their number 2 receiver, right? T. Higgins, number 3, just in terms of catches. Now, injuries had something to do with T. Higgins, but you saw all 3 of those guys. I mean, there's not a whole lot of Jamar Chases out there, right? He's
Yeah.
special, but you see what they did offensively with those 3 guys, like versatile. They're going to throw the ball, and then you've also got 2 more weapons in Pollard and Tajay Spears. So, and then Brock Bowers, if half you people get what you want, they draft him early, although I think that's a little early for Bowers. But
that's the one thing that stood out to me yesterday was Calvin Ridley. The Titans signed him. We all react like, oh! It's on Twitter, 3HL 1045 if you want to see our reaction.
I love the move. I thought it was huge.
We also had Ramon Foster on the show at the same time, and so it was a cluster, but a cluster of emotion exported out of our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird sentence that was.
Yes, it was.
Very strange.
Welcome to the SEC tournament. Feeling the energy in this building right now?
Where weird things get said. Like emotion exported out of our body. I've never said that before in my life. But yeah, that was funny, and it's gonna be wild to see what happens in training camp. But back to the Brock Bowers thing, like that was the big reaction. So we start taking phone calls, and everybody switches. Almost like I felt like everybody wanted a left tackle at 7, and that I was the outlier. And then everybody wants Brock Bowers because they got that wide receiver. It's
because now you can see it like over the top.
Yeah, like
of so many weapons that it doesn't matter. This is y'all's argument. It doesn't matter that you might not be able to protect your quarterback as much because somebody's going to be open quickly with that kind of offense.
The head coach said that.
Offensive weapons.
The head coach said that. That's what they did in Cincinnati. That's what he said. So I'm going to go with him. And, just keep stockpiling offensive weapons because, if you're going to lose games, I'd rather lose games with a fun offense scoring a bunch of points.
I guess.
Bad.
I mean, yeah, but how about you just not lose games?
Well, yeah. I mean, ideally, that's
a better take.
That's clearly the direction they want to go. Again, reminder, coming up in the next segment at 4:45, Chidobe Awuzie, the cornerback that they signed from Cincinnati, will join us, and we'll ask him why Nashville. Hunter in Nashville at 615-737-1045. Hunter, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, we're good. How are you?
Good. I was just wondering what we think we're going to do on the right side of the line. I know at pick 7, I personally want to draft a left tackle, but are we going to rock with Nicholas Petit-Pierre? And I know we got the Sadiq Charles. I know he's dealt with some injuries in the past, but I was just wondering y'all's thoughts on that. Love the show.
I'm going to go ahead and admit to you that I'm going to keep forgetting about that guy. And maybe he turns out to be a starter. I don't
Charles?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just take a chance on him, and maybe he can provide depth if you don't get lucky with him.
Listen, I think if you played today, Nicholas Petit-Frere is your right tackle, right? So, I mean, there needs to be some competition there because you can't just ink him in, right, and think like, oh, this guy's going to take over. I thought he held up well as a rookie. And then he was missing
from the facility.
Yep, that hurt.
I think that killed him.
Right.
Because you have to remember he wasn't. Go ahead, explain.
No, I just want to. I forget what was it. It was 4 games, right? Oh, it was betting.
Sorry.
At the facility. It was
I was
betting
about to sneeze.
It
Sorry.
was betting at the facility. That's
Yes.
what it was. Yes, you were about to sneeze.
So that means it was 4 games.
So that means we need to keep him and Ridley away from each other.
Right.
That's what we need to do.
Well, or maybe let them teach the lecture to all the other players about what can happen
in front of the room.
if
What are
you
y'all saying?
screw
Okay,
up.
just-
We're going for the all sports betting team.
All right.
Is that
Yes.
what's happening?
We just have 2 offenders on the team now. Okay, like we need to be smart
Like 2
about this.
hardcore offenders,
Yes.
by the way. Although
one
I
more
don't
than
think
the other.
Nicholas Petit-Frere was that hardcore of an offender, but he did it in the building, which was the problem. So it was 4 games, and people forget it wasn't just 4 games. It was he
Can't
was
be there.
not allowed to be at the facility.
Well,
period.
and I think low key another big part of that was it was supposed to be 6 games. So like in his head, he's trying to figure out what the ramp up thing. Maybe not maybe deep down psychologically.
Right.
He's trying to figure out what the ramp up thing is for 6 games,
Yeah.
and then suddenly it was 4. It's like, oh crap.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Could have been. I don't know, but OLJ gets Nicholas Petit-Frere at right tackle. Go to work, my friend.
Okay, so who?
And is Brunskill the right guard? Like, is that
That's what I was going to say. Who's left on this offensive line?
Dillard's still there, Babsy?
I can't tell you. If I had $1 for everybody that asked me on social media or in DMs or whatever why Dillard is still around, I would be rich. What, Hunk?
Yes, Brunskill is back for 2024.
Yeah, I know.
So,
He's your right
back,
guard.
yeah.
So right now he's your starting right guard.
So you've got Brunskill, Nicholas Petit-Frere, which I don't know. I mean, how much of a difference does it make when you have what you just signed at center too?
I think that makes a huge difference, especially if you draft left tackle early, right?
And then all of a sudden the left side of your line is young but short up.
Right.
You hope.
I mean, yes, that is the hope. For sure.
Yes.
615-737-1045. I mentioned that we would show you.
Radens is still there, too.
Dylan Radens. Yeah, that's one that I've heard from NFL people that just can't play, but maybe
in a backup, but also maybe in a backup role where you don't need him for a full game.
Right.
You
Maybe
know?
OLJ can help him.
Then you've got Jalen Duncan. Like, who knows what they can do with him because he was on the left side.
That's a developmental guy.
Right, and they were happy with the progress of his development in year 1 because that's a 6th-round pick. You don't expect a 6th-round pick as a rookie to come in and play.
And he did. John O. I forgot about him, too. Here's the Calvin Ridley breakdown. You ready for this?
Yes.
Titans wide receiver. This from Aaron Wilson, at Aaron Wilson _NFL. Titans wide receiver Calvin Ridley, $92 million base value, $20 million signing bonus, $50 million guaranteed. Now, here's where what the salaries
Which
look like.
sounds like a lot, but you also have to remember, I know it sounds stupid, but inflation, salary cap has gone up big time this year. All of those numbers are going to go up.
Right. So the benefit of him, for him, actually, and what was interesting is that the Patriots were involved in this, but you've got no income tax, state income tax with Florida and
huge.
with Tennessee. And that's
Especially when
huge.
you're talking these numbers.
Yeah, and so it's interesting. This is one of those 3-year deals that's really a 2-year deal. Zeph just sent me something, so it got rid of my – here it is. $4.49 million is the salary for 2024. $4.49 million.
Well, that's a steal.
Now.
Now hit me on year 2.
Then it's $22.49 million. Then it's $20.24 million. there's roster bonuses, there's per game bonuses, there's all kinds of things
catch bonuses
involved in that. The interesting part about this for me is it's the 4.49 million for this year. Now they get around that with him because they gave him $20 million signing bonus. So to him, what actual dollars are 24.49 million, right? And $50 million of the contract's guaranteed. So he's $50 million richer having put his name on that piece of paper. Guaranteed. I mean, obviously he'll make more than that, but
no, but that's what players are looking for nowadays.
Yeah,
the guaranteed.
Can you imagine being in a position to number one, you're choosing between three teams. You choose this team, and your signing bonus is $20 million. So when you sign, you check your bank account. Like I'm checking my bank account today to see if our check's gone through, right? And it's going to be midnight. And it ain't $20 million.
Nope.
But can you imagine?
Fewer zeros.
Can you imagine constantly hitting your bank account statement waiting for $20 million to go through?
Think about that notification when it pops up and it says new check in your bank account. And you're looking like, oh.
Did y'all see that offensive lineman who got $82 million? And they were like, what are you going to buy? And he was like, man, I've had my eye on this this mower. And they're like, is that a riding mower? He's like, it's a zero-turn mower. That's what he's going to That's what he's going to buy.
That's a country boy right there.
Like a lawnmower?
Yes.
Yes. Like he going to cut his grass.
Why the hell is he cutting his own grass? You just made $82 million. Kirby said because he's a man. Oh, my gosh.
That's how he relaxes, Dawn.
I used to love cutting the grass. And then,
are you serious?
Yeah. It's a great mental freedom thing. Like you can solve all the world's problems. The problem is, though, you also have to weed eat. And so that would get to my lower back. So I haven't done any of that in so long.
Well, we have several super dangerous hills, so I don't let Mr. Babs do it.
Dangerous hills?
Yeah.
The hills are alive with the sound
of danger.
Of Travis Harder screaming for
you know, when
life.
you have those big hills, I mean, they're steep, but you have to mow it. You get on that with a riding lawnmower, you flip, that thing eats you, done, dead, gone.
That's why you use a push mower. Use a push mower on the dangerous.
No, it's still dangerous.
Well, not as dangerous.
I don't care.
Or use a weed eater.
Listen,
you can use a weed eater.
No, that's a lot of work.
He's very fine with your decision on this, I'm sure.
You think?
Yes.
I don't know.
No, don't tell me not to cut grass. No.
I don't know, though. Sometimes.
Kirby's right. Some dudes love to do it.
I was going to say, sometimes he's like, I can just take care of our yard.
It is expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, people, listen, you can find a business and a way of life business-wise where you can help people not do something. That's like time. Save people time. I'll pay to save time. Know what I mean? Speaking of time, we need to go. We need to get the Titans cornerback, Chidobe Awuzie, in next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
All right, we're talking lawns, but I'm talking loans. How about Loan Pronto? Yes, imagine waking up this time next week and boom, you're 100% debt free. Yeah. No credit cards, no car loans, no personal loans. Well, Loan Pronto is who you need to call because they are the ones that can help you do it. They have an Equity Express line of credit, and they can make it happen. A lot of homeowners are turning their home equity into cash here in our area, especially in Middle Tennessee right now, and they're doing it almost instantly with Loan Pronto. I actually just got an email from them explaining their AI-based system where you hop on loanpronto.com and you seriously can get approval in about 10 minutes. Almost no documentation, no appraisal, no hassle, hundreds of thousands of dollars out of your home to pay off all these other high-interest loans and save you. The average homeowner saves over $850 a month doing this with Loan Pronto. Call them now, 615-499-5780, loanpronto.com at 615-499-5780. NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, equal housing lender.
And now, an update from the Blue Cross Basketball State Championships in Murfreesboro, presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
It is halftime in Murfreesboro in the boys 3A bracket. Good afternoon. I'm Lucas Panzica. Close game. The Creekwood Redhawks lead Red Bank 19-18 at the half. The winner will move on to the 3A boys semifinal Friday night to face the victor between David Crockett and Ridgeway. Designate a sober game plan. If you've been drinking, don't drive. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
3HL 104.5, the Zone broadcasting live from Bridgestone Arena. SEC tournament underway, and Ron Slay has decided to join
I'm in the
us.
building. I'm in the building.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just in
That's
time.
perfect.
What up, Slay Dog?
What's happening, man?
Hey, this is great timing.
It was perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Why is it perfect timing, baby?
Because we got somebody fun to chat with right now.
We do.
okay.
Lots of free agency news. Might as well visit with one of the new free agents, Titans cornerback Chidobe Awuzie. And I know I butchered that name, man. What's going on? How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you?
How did I do on that?
I wasn't bad.
Wasn't good either, was it? Hey, welcome to Nashville, man. You got to be excited. New opportunity for you in a really cool town. What do you know about Nashville?
They love music.
Music City, USA, baby.
Yeah, that's the one thing I heard. There's a lot of, bridal bachelorette parties. I'm thinking there's something going on. I don't know why. It seems like it's a poppin' city.
All right, yeah.
It is poppin'.
Poppin' is a good word for it. All right, bachelorette capital of the world, just so you know that. And we call them woo girls because they just ride around here drinking and yelling woo at everybody. It's bizarre. I don't know what's going on. Seriously though, like what was it about the Titans in free agency that drew you here?
I took a pre-draft visit here, so there was a level of comfortability, knowing everything about the facility, and then obviously with the new staff, I have a lot of familiar faces on the staff that I know and, really, talk to me about this place, how I love it, and, people that I trust. And, I really think that in Tennessee, you guys have a lot of great amenities, like in the city, and I want to explore that as well. And then football-wise, like there's just something to be built here that's special, and everywhere I've went, it's been somewhere that, I wanted to build something special, and that's really attractive to me, so I can, hopefully stamp my name here in Tennessee lore.
I know Titans fans love to hear that, and the two guys really in charge of trying to do something special here, Rand Carthon, and then, of course, Brian Callahan, who you know well, and you mentioned the staff here. So tell us, what is it about Brian Callahan that you think will make him successful in this role?
Well, he's very successful. We've shown that he's very successful on the offensive side of the ball, and he had a lot of things on his plate, in Cincinnati. And, every time he spoke to the team, you could just see that he was ready for this type of opportunity. And I have a lot of confidence in him, a lot of respect for him, how he handled everything on that side of the ball. And I think that he's ready to handle a whole team and a whole organization. Just hanging out with him today, it's been really wonderful to see how comfortable he is in that role. And I know a lot of the guys will, love him and come to respect him and buy in really quickly, so we could get this culture thing going and hopefully start winning.
Well, I'm glad we could have this serious conversation because that part of it's over. Chidobe Awuzie is with us, and Ron Slay.
Wait, hold on, real quick. Tell our listeners how to pronounce your name properly.
Yeah, what am I doing?
What do you want us to call you?
People mainly call me Cheeto, so that's perfect.
Cheeto, okay.
That.
We like that, okay. But how do you pronounce your name how you would around your family?
Yes, ma'am.
Chidobe.
Chidobe.
Okay.
Chidobe Awuzie.
Yeah.
Awuzie?
I was, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I like it.
Cheeto it is.
Cheeto, all right, man. Listen, I don't know if you've been warned or not, but you're about to walk into a room, man, called the Boom Boom Room, and the only way you can get out is if you answer all questions truthfully to the best of your ability. I will be the judge of that. So the door is locked behind you if you agree to these terms. Do you?
It's kind of making me nervous, but all right, let's do it.
You should be nervous.
Lock the door.
Yes. One man on his way into the Boom Boom Room.
All right, welcome into the Boom Boom Room. We got the new Tennessee Titan coming into the Boom Boom Room.
Cheeto?
Give me a. We just got our feet kicked up, man, and we sitting around with the fellas. Like, are they saying Cheeto? Are they calling you Doe? Are they calling you Bae? What are they calling you?
Nah. Only a certain gender can call me Bae, but You can call me Tito.
Tito. Okay, Tito, this is what I want to know, man. You walking into Nashville, it's a huge Nigerian community here. Have you already tapped into that and tapped into your roots here in Nashville yet?
Not yet, man. I'm looking forward to it, though. I've been hearing some things, but I haven't met anybody yet, but definitely looking forward to that.
All right, Tito, well, you just found it. You just found the plug, so don't even trip on that. Now, moving on from that point, you talk about setting culture in your press conference, when you were talking to the media about coming here, that's one of the reasons you wanted to do. But let's scoot away from that. Tell me what helped set you up for success in your younger life before we even got to college, pros, and so forth and so on.
Oh, it's my foundation, most definitely. My faith, my family, my culture, everything that, makes me who I am has all been positive things. And, when I feel like I'm straying off my path, I always tap back into that. And, while I am on my path, I tap into that too, and it gives me strength. So that's definitely what I think helps me get going.
So give me a speed bump in your journey that you had to overcome, whether that been in college where you were doubting the situation, maybe an injury, or something you had to relate back to that opportunity you had?
I'll say in college, I went to the University of Colorado. We weren't that good at first. We just weren't that good. And, that was something new to me. I always been on teams that, won, and, we all had a culture. But, throughout the process, for 3 years, we pretty much were a losing team, didn't go to a bowl game and stuff like that. But the freshmen that I came in with, my class, we made it a testament to us that when we became, the leaders or the people who need to set the culture, that we would basically do that, and, those 3 years were very hard. My first year, I thought this losing stuff was too, it wasn't me. I was like, man, I don't know about football, bro. Like, this isn't it. Because, coming from high school, they have you doing fall camp, man, and the altitude. I was tired. It was crazy, but I stuck with it with my like I said, my foundation, and got a lot of great guys who came along with me. And then when our senior year happened, we were ranked 7th in the country, and we got to the Pac-12 championship. We ended up losing, but we got to a bowl game. A lot of things that hadn't been done in Colorado, we were able to do that. So that's really a 4-year, staying down till you come up type of thing. So definitely.
All right, Tito, you got an opportunity. You got a day off. Take me, and you're getting away from working out. You're getting away from your football. You're getting away from your duties. Take me on a day off. What would that look like?
Seeing which of my teammates want to play Madden, or one of my friends want to play Madden, or 2K. I like to play video games sometimes on my day off, just a way to connect with old friends or current friends and stuff like that. Sometimes I do actually get in the studio, make some music for fun. That's when I'm with all my friends. We're out in town. I'll do something like that. Like to grab a bite to eat. Get on Netflix. I'm just really just chill. I also play chess. I like to chill and play chess too.
I like that right there. Yeah, Tito, okay, I got a special guest coming in the Boom Room. I'm going to bring Babsy in just 1 second. But first and foremost, I need to know, you got 3 people. And a lot of times on these journeys, man, you got people that you feel like they missed out on it, didn't get the same opportunities. If you had 3 people to reach back and say, man, they deserve to be here, tell me who they would be and why.
Ooh, what you mean, like just in my life in general?
In your life, in sports, whatever it may be. It might be a grandfather you wanted to see. You reached this part. It may be a brother that was better than you. You felt he didn't get that opportunity. Who are the 3 people?
Dang, that's I never been asked that question.
It's the Boom Boom Room. Lock the door, baby.
Definitely, my big brother Dubem, we call him Dub. I think he always growing up was a better athlete than me. I just had loved football a little bit more, and, I had the discipline with it. And I think he could have, done a lot of great things in the NFL. I would love to have seen him at this level. My other cousin, Ifeanyi, we call him Iffy. You see, we all got nicknames. We got these hard Nigerian names. Yeah. So Dub, Iffy. So Iffy, he was a basketball guy. He loved playing basketball. But there was a time he went to junior college, and then I actually had got him into University at Dallas, UTD or something, something like that. But he didn't pass a class, man, and he would have been on the basketball team and been set up and everything. But I think that was a big turning point in his life. I wish he could have stuck with it and got that far. But, and we're all still involved with each other and still doing business. So those are two guys definitely. And then I always think of my guys I went to high school with. One of my best friends, Will Osai, he actually did play in the NFL for a cup of tea. He didn't play that long, but, just the dedication it took for him to get that far. I always applaud him for that. And, now he's doing, he's still making six figures in a real job, a corporate job. And, so proud of him, but really wish I had them with me on my journey. But they're still with me in real life, when we do our business or talk as friends and homies. So it's all love.
Cheeto, man, listen, I appreciate you getting personal in the Boom Boom Room, answering those questions. You just got the door unlocked, man. Unlock the door.
Well. Looks like you did good in the Boom Boom Room.
Good job.
Did you have one more?
I do have one more. I should have kept you in the Boom Boom Room for this one because I want your honest response. But what you think about what Prime is doing?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, at first I was like,
huh?
yeah. At first I was like, okay, this is really good. A lot of eyes on the program. And, I kind of see the Hollywood aspect of it, which is necessary for a program like Colorado right now to attract a lot of recruits, attract a lot of boosters, people who can help the program. But at the same time,